What's good, YouTube world? It's Coffee tapping back in with an NFL blog, man. Few topics. Main thing we're talking about, though, is Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen. How deep does Diggs' frustrations really run? What's good with all this? There's been all kinds of narratives out there. Diggs wants a trade, this, that, and the third. We're going to get right to that. But the first thing we got to talk about is Cole Beasley. Comment, y'all. What do you think the future holds for Cole Beasley? As you see, he threw up a message to Bills Mafia thanking them for the support. It was dope for him to be back. It really was, man. That was amazing. It was amazing. I really wish Diggs would have, Cole would have never left in the first place. All that drama, the Twitter stuff and everything, I think really played a part into it, him falling out with the team. But he don't know what the future is going to hold. I don't know. I hope they bring him back. It's still so crazy that it ended up being like Smoke, Beasley out there. Like, we've seen a lot of the old cast back in Buffalo, that played a part in turning this team around to where they're at now. Obviously the playoff push ended versus Cincy. I'm sick about it. I haven't really wanted to talk about football at all. But comment, guys. Do you think Cole will be back? Do you think it makes sense to bring him back? Discuss it all below in the comment thread. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and sound off in the comments. That's what it's all about over here, is Coffee talking it up with you guys, the people. But let's get into this whole Diggs update here. Now, everyone saw during that game, right? Stefon Diggs over there on the sideline, raising his hands. He looked pissed, and we heard Josh talk about it after the game. It was an emotional moment, Josh like, hey, he's a competitor, no one wants to lose, etc., right? And real quick, I just got to say too, I did a video about it yesterday. I might have rambled on a bit too much in that video, but it was just so great to see Eli, punk ass apple, get his medicine at the hands of Brittany Mahomes. Who would have ever thunk it, But last season in KC, when we lost with the 13 seconds, makes me sick even saying that again. And we lost versus Cincy just last week. A common denominator or numerator or whatever the fuck it is, right, was that Diggs was blanketed, doubled. His numbers were very low. Obviously, he's the number one receiver in Buffalo, and that's what we saw out there, him telling Allen, like, what the fuck, you know what I mean, on the sidelines. Well, something interesting happened on Twitter here, as you see all the different footage and stuff playing. During the fourth quarter, AFC Championship game, Cincy versus the Chiefs, Burrow, how the mayor gonna go out there and everything, call it Burrowhead Stadium, and then take that L, man? They listen, talking ish and all that is fun, but am I the only one that thought the Burrowhead Stadium ish was a little too much? Like, it was cool and everything, that the players and the fan base was saying it, but I feel like the mayor doing that was just a bit too much, if you ask me. But back to what we see here, Jamar Chase doubled all game, right? And Burrow put that thing up, and Chase went up there and got it in double coverage. It was amazing play, beautiful play, put them right back in the game. Ultimately, though, they took that L. But an iconic individual in this Bills Mafia community, Rico of the Fanatics, right? He hopped on Twitter and threw up this tweet, a very interesting tweet here, referring to this play. And he said, when your QB don't give a fuck if his wide receiver one is doubled, put it up there and let your guy make a play. Stefon Diggs reading this tweet, LOL. And you see he got the GIF, Leonardo DiCaprio from, what's that movie called again? About the Charles Manson-ish and everything. Great movie, man. A lot of interesting stuff to talk about regarding that movie. My bad, y'all. I'm not trying to get off topic, but you see that's when Leo was watching TV getting all turned up, right? And he's like, yo, that was Diggs. He's reading my tweet. He's watching this game and he's like, what the fuck, Josh? This is what I was over there on the sidelines talking about, B. You know what I mean? I get shut down both these playoff games and we take this L. I'm the number one guy. Put it up there. Let me do what I do and make that play. And you see the fans all start debating in the replies, the comments. Some people are saying, yo, Rico, he ain't making, Diggs ain't making that. T. Higgins is listed at 6'4", my guy. Can't rock with you on this one. Diggs not high pointing that. And Rico tells him, yo, he checks him. He says, the catch wasn't made by 6'3" Higgins, and he ain't even 6'4". It was made by Jamar Chase, who is the same height as Diggs. Get your head out of your ass, right? He says, I've seen Steve Smith make catches like this. Come on now, let's stop that mess. And then someone else saying Diggs ain't making that catch. A lot of people are debating back and forth, but something else that interesting that went down in the replies is someone said, yo, he liked it, Rico. Diggs liked this tweet. And Rico said, as he should. He can't say it, but I will. I got you, Stefon Diggs. And I don't know. This is just interesting because like I said, all these narratives started about after this game where Diggs is mad. He wants to be traded. He wants out of Buffalo. We got punk ass Eli Apple poking fun at the situation and everything, talking about he gonna get Josh and Diggs couples counseling and all this Buster ish he was saying, and then he goes out there, looks like a fool in the loss. Like, Eli Apple's a straight clown, man. You got G-checked by Brittany Mahomes, you bum buster bozo. But anyways, like, this is just interesting to see that Diggs is on here liking these tweets. He's paying attention. And, that's another dope thing just about the Bills Mafia community, online and everything. The players interact with the fans. It's all so lit. It pisses me off, though, that the Bills went and copyrighted Bills Mafia and took it away from the fans. Like, corporations ruin everything. I don't know this, but corporate greed, right? But, I mean, what does everyone think about this, do you think Diggs is just sitting back saying, yo, man, like, give me the ball. I could have did that. This could have been us. We came all this way, Josh. Because there's been all these other narratives too, like, a lot is falling on Josh's shoulders. He's taken a lot of criticism. He's had no time. We're losing the battle in the trenches. I mean, we were crushed by injuries all season long. Like, everyone's getting on Josh, but Josh covered up a lot of fluckery out there at the end of the day. And, then a lot of people are saying, no, look at, like, Diggs was mad. That wasn't just an emotional moment. He's at his wit's end. He wanted to be traded. Now, I don't think Diggs is going anywhere. You know what I mean? I personally think Josh and Stefon have a great relationship, but it is interesting to see what's going on here, to see that he's liking tweets where people are calling out, that Josh wouldn't throw the ball his way, even if he's double covered. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just so crazy, to sit back and watch game film and reflect on these games. But as a Bills fan, man, like, this is just crushing, like, obviously we know, like, I'm an older Bills fan. I ain't super old, but I remember the Super Bowl era. You know what I mean? I remember after that when we were still making the playoffs and all the stuff, the drought, everything, and to come to where we are and be so great and everything, like, and just get, like, we can't get over the hump in the playoffs. It really is crushing. So what do you guys think about this? How deep does this run with Diggs and Allen? What is your thoughts across the board? Do you think, like, they're talking about this or what? Because it's just so interesting to see him say, yo, Diggs can't say it, but I'm going to say it for him. And then he's liking the tweets. Like, I don't know. I just want to know what y'all think about this all. You know what I'm saying? Like, got to get the ball to your number one. That's what he's there for. So was Diggs really mad? Was it really just frustrations? What do you think about it all? Comment below. And then the last thing I wanted to cover with you guys real quick is this breaking news that we're, hearing. Hey, I always say, like, if Schefter said it, Jesus might as well came back and said it. As Schefter's pretty much always on point. Rappaport too, but I look to Schefter a little more like that's the fucking guy. You know what I mean? But there's this reports now. Sean Payton is going to be traded to Denver, and he's going to be their next head coach. What does everyone think? Do you think he's a good fit there? What's your thoughts? Let's discuss it all below. But that's it for this one, guys. It's been another episode of J Coffee Talk. Once again, please hop in the comments and let's talk about all this. Bees, you know what I'm saying, his future, the Bills, the playoffs, your take on the Super Bowl, Allen and Diggs, double coverage, putting it up there to your number one receiver. It's wild too because we've seen Josh, like, not obviously he wasn't doing it much in this game, but we've seen Josh in the past throw into double coverage and stuff like that. And I don't know. Like, basically what I'm getting at is we saw him have some struggles this year in the turnovers and stuff like that. And I don't know. I think personally, again, I'm just a schmuck talking into a device. I'm not no expert or nothing like that, right? But Josh Allen has always seemed to me like a guy that can get, like, a lot, fans reference it as the yips or whatever. Like, mentally, things can come down on him, and he cannot be on his A game. And he also had that nagging injury and whatnot that he played through. And I don't know. It's just like mentally with the struggles that he was having and everything. What do you guys think? Was he just kind of shook to take that look and go to Diggs, in those double cover situations, or what? Let's talk about it below. And of course, Sean Payton, Denver. I think he's going to be a good fit. It's crazy how bad their season was. I did not see that coming at all, man. They get dangerous, and it's all bad, and then Russ goes out with an injury. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe once again. Hit the comments, but also stay tuned. We cover a lot of stuff on this channel: music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. Thanks again for watching, guys. This coffee. I'm out this bitch, y'all. Peace.